Subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button. Click the bell button and enjoy the latest uploads from our channel.
Anyway, let's move on now. India versus South Africa, the ODI series that's going on, and it's a very exciting ODI series, and it's exciting to see the way India's playing. They have an advantage because AB de Villiers is in there, neither is Hashim, not Hashim Amla, I beg your pardon, the captain Faf du Plessis. So Markram, the young Markram is captaining. India are 2-0 up in the series, and they've got, well, we all know that they have a wonderful batting lineup. They've got, but most importantly, Colonel Noshad, they've got a very good bowling attack, a very balanced bowling attack, particularly, and it's their spinners that are causing the most problems. They're the ones that have South Africa in trouble, and that's why they're 2-0 up in the series.
Well, I think Ali, the ODI team, Indian ODI team is settled now. They have their number fixed. The batsmen exactly know whom is going to play which number, and same goes to the bowler also. They have a wider choice of the bowler. And then the spinners, I mean, there are 2 or 3 spinners, they are dominating so well. Even a batsman like Hashim Amla, I have seen him, he's leaving the ball, carrying ball from the, what's his name, the off spinner? Ashwin, bowling a carom ball to Hashim Amla, and he's leaving the ball, and it was just missed the stumps. What I'm trying to say, they are still difficult for the South African batsmen to pick up the googly or the wrong ones of the Indian spinners. So they are dominating rightly, and that's why they are 2 up in the series. And I'm pretty sure that South Africans, who are well known for this ODI series, particularly on their home ground, they have so far no match to the Indians.
I mean, it just goes to show the value of having 2 wicket-taking wrist spinners.
Yeah.
They've got Chahal, who picked up 5 wickets in the second game, and Kuldeep Yadav, left-arm Chinaman. So they're proving to be very difficult for the South Africans. I mean, Chahal, I mean, watching him go about his business. The best thing about him, Colonel Noshad, is that he's got a lot of control, and it's not easy, a young leg spinner having that kind of control. Shadab has it, which is wonderful to see, but so does Chahal, and a lot of front of the hand stuff as well. So not only is he taking wickets, he's difficult to get away.
He's, I think he's a shrewd spinner. He watches the batsman till the last moment, and then he varies the length accordingly. Not only that, but he also sometimes changes his finger position. And then that makes a lot of difficult for the batsman coming out to the crease, trying to play strokes on him. I mean, he's the one we call in cricket Keech layer. He is very good in that. And he reads the batsman, and not only that, he varies his length, but also sometimes his top spin is difficult to pick as compared to the leg spin, which is going quite away from the bat.
And then Kuldeep Yadav of West, left-arm Chinaman bowlers are always difficult to pick, especially early on. He bowled very well against the Australians, and now he's doing tremendous work here.
I mean, Ali, I mean, definitely see, India has got a good spin attack if you compare with the South Africans. Okay, fine, you got Imran Taher over there, but still, I mean, as compared to the spin attack, I mean, they have got a good experience over here, India, because I mean, losing out the Test series definitely dented their morale, but they have come back strongly in the one-days over here, winning up 2 one-days in a row. It's not an easy job to win them, and in these South African conditions, they have proved over there. Still, I mean, South Africa has got the tendency to bounce back over here, but if you compare the even the bowling lineup of India, they have troubled South African batsmen a lot. And when you don't have the big names with you, du Plessis and AB de Villiers, definitely that's going to be denting a lot over here. Okay, fine. The young captain for South Africa, who's a good, I would say, who's a good captain for the future for South Africa. He can be a good one, but you need someone like du Plessis, who has been with South Africa from some long time. AB de Villiers, who can stand over there, who's a freak, who can just turn around the game over here. And they need to play attacking cricket, I would say, again over here. They don't need to be afraid against the spin over here, because Hashim Amla is a good one, but he hasn't been, I would say, more confident against the spin department, against the Indian spinners. He needs to be more confident over here.
And they've got some really good fast bowlers, don't they, West? The Indians. I mean, Bhuvneshwar Kumar is improving day by day. He was brilliant in the Test series, and in the one days he's also extremely threatening. They've got Bumrah as well, who's also improving day by day. He's picked up. He's quick, and he's a marvelous death bowler. Is Jasprit Bumrah and the all-rounder Hardik Pandya.
One thing, I mean, if you just go not much years, I would say, if you just go 5 to 7 years back, I mean, it was really surprising to watch Indian fast bowlers even bowling till 140, I would say, kilometers per hour. But now if you just leave this international team, if you just watch the under-19, Colonel Saab, even you have watched the matches, the youngster, I forgot his name, the right-arm fast bowler, he's almost 140, 144 clicks, and he's just 17 years of age, Colonel Saab, still? The youngsters. So they have got pace battery coming up, and that's a good sign, I would say. It's a good sign for the Indian team, I mean, because in the future you need someone. Line length is something else, but you need a tearaway quick even in the bowling lineup too. And if you just watch this Indian team, you have got Bumrah with a good depth over bowler with pace, I would say. Then you got your fast bowlers coming up. Even Shami, he's good. He's 140, 144 clicks. That's a good sign for the Indian fast bowling lineup.
There's no doubt. There's a lot of variety
but also,
in that attack.
One thing more. His bowling spin, he's well asset, but he's the one taking under assisting Virat Kohli.
And he gives the spinners a lot of advice. I mean, there's this little sort of clip on Cricket Info where he's advising the spinners, telling them to bowl faster, sometimes bowl a little slower, telling them to bowl a little fuller. So yeah, I'm sure it helps Virat Kohli that he's got the former captain in MS Dhoni, who's got a marvelous cricketing brain helping him out. And then of course India's batsmen. I mean, they lost an early wicket. Virat Kohli comes out there. And he joined Shikhar Dhawan, and they put on 100 runs in very quick time. It just goes to show that, you know, they're not afraid of getting out. Although they lost an early wicket, they maintained their positivity. They continued to, they wanted to attack the South Africans. They didn't go into their shell. They attacked them and got the South Africans on the back foot.
What does it indicate? It indicates that the Indian batting lineup is not dependent on one or two batsmen only. They have the batting match winner right from number 1 to number 7. Anybody could come up and play an inning scoring more than 150 average, and then I'm sure that Virat Kohli, who has come back to his old form after being missing few matches because of private reasons, but certainly now if you look at the Indian batting, that's marvelous. I mean, they're doing extremely well. Not right from number 1 to number 6, they're all scoring, and they looks to be scoring in the future as well.
We all know about how great Virat Kohli is. He played brilliantly in the first game, making a match-winning 100. He's by far the best chaser in the one-day game, probably the best we've ever seen. I feel that we don't spend enough time talking about Shikhar Dhawan. Shikhar Dhawan, the one-day batsman. I mean, the way he has performed over the last year for India, and he performs in crucial matches. I mean, he really is. I mean, he's not only is he wonderful to watch, but he's very reliable.
I mean, Shikhar Dhawan is kind of a batsman in the Indian team, I mean, who does not, I would say, does not make a big name. But he's a batsman. Why the Indians and the MS Dhoni, Virat Kohli rely on him much is that he's kind of a batsman when you need him in a big match, and he performs for you in the pressure situation, I would say. You can watch out in the Champions Trophy too. I mean, okay, fine, Mohammad Amir came up in the finals, he took up his wicket, but he was going strong against Pakistan. He performed superbly in the Champions Trophy. I remember even in the last Champions Trophy, he was super performer for India. He's got the tendency, he has been consistently performing in the opening slot, because see, what we lack in the Pakistan opening slot is that we don't have, you need to rotate the strike, you need to maintain your strike rate over here, and the Indians are doing superb job over here. Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, they are one of the batsmen who can go for runs, I mean, who can quick fire 10 overs, 120, 130 runs. So Shikhar Dhawan is one of the batsmen who can stand over there, who knows how to build up the innings, who knows how to go after the ball.
Right. Let's move on to our third topic. The Trans-Tasman series. It's the first of its kind, I think. The Australians love innovating and creating new things, and the Australians are looking very good. They beat New Zealand in the first game. Billy Stanley got in there early and picked up 2 wickets. He bowls at 150 clicks consistently, does Billy Stanley, and he's 6'7", something ridiculous like that. Then they come up against England. England got off to a wonderful start. They restricted them, especially Ashton Agar, and then Maxwell picked up 3 wickets. And then when the Australians came out to bat, they lost 2 early wickets in Glenn Maxwell and played arguably one of the best T20 innings we've ever seen. He scored 100 on the last ball. They were chasing 155. And really, I mean, the kind of talent that Maxwell has, I mean, that was never in doubt, his talent. I mean, he was dropped by the Australians in the 50-over game because of his inconsistency. But just watching him go about his business today, the way he manages to find the gaps and generate so much timing is quite remarkable.
As if you watch him, I mean, he's very, very quick on his feet. I mean, he can read the bowler a little bit earlier than other batsmen. Initially he came as a bowler, but the way he converted into a batsman and then commanded as a batsman, he is a world-class batsman now. And with his captaincy, with his caliber, I mean, he is one of those cricketers Australians will remember him long time. And as far as the triangular series is concerned, I think it's a total domination of the Australians, and they will continue to do so. Although they have New Zealand is a good side for the T20, so is England, but on their own condition, own pitches, I think it is going to be dominated by Australians. Probably they will be the champion.
The reason why I feel that Maxwell was dropped, I think first from the Test side, then the one-day side, was yes, it was because of his inconsistency, but it's because the Australians genuinely believe that this guy has so much to offer, and if he gets his act right and he's consistent, he could be one of the greats of the game, because the kind of talent that he has of us it's ridiculous. It's not right. I mean, the innings that he played today, I mean, there was one shot he played of Chris Jordan. It was a Yorker. It was a Yorker, man. And he opened the face of the bat and it rocketed to the boundary. The way he did it, absolutely incredible. On the offside.
Ali, I think so. You and Colonel Saab might disagree with me, but he's kind of a character what Umar Akmal is. But he's inconsistent, I would say, again, with this run-scoring machine. I rate Umar Akmal a lot, but unfortunately he has been inconsistent with his run-scoring and with his behavior. But Maxwell, one kind of a batsman, I mean, see, in the T20 you need someone in the middle order, especially, I would say, who can turn the table around over here, and he has done superbly for the Australians. One thing I would just talk about Australia is that they have got strong shield cricket, they have got strong domestic cricket, you have got the 6 coming up, the quick 150 kilometers.